Hello, I forgot an important definition in the last episode. Yugamber is the traditional name of the language region of the land that I reside and created my show on. Thank you. Dani, your turn. Thanks, Poncho. How does an independent artist like me get into a festival like MICF? Anyone who believes they can entertain someone or a group of people for a length of time can apply to be a part of it. And I felt that through past experience I could do this.
They're all narcissists and psychopaths.
No, they're not. Well, maybe some, but in general, they're really nice people like me. Anyways, I had to find a venue, of which there are many, both independent and festival run. Then I submitted an online application to the festival and paid a $400 registration fee. Some venues are harder to get into than others because of factors like venue size, reputations, locations. That all play into how well they will sell, how much potential profit they can make. Therefore, they attract artists that fit that venue best. It's a business after all. Got to make those buckaroonies. To find the venue, I had to follow a number of online application portals. I applied to 3 in total. More established artists have managers and producers that are doing this for them. But at this stage, I'm all solo, baby. In the application process, one is usually asked for imagery, a show synopsis and show title, and it all happens about 4 months before the festival. This was in late November, having only been creating a new show for a month. In this application process, we're expected to kind of know what our show is already. And if we don't, then we have to make something up. Quick. Commit. Give me a sec. He's going to say that what we achieved was luck, but it wasn't. People around, you know people. Well, they know me, Poncho. And I had to pick from 2 great venues. Sure, Dani applied to those venues, but it was my reputation for being juicy that got us an incredible space. Oh, the little guy is coming back. Okay. Where was I? I was lucky enough to have 2 venues that I applied for offer me a 2-week run, the Butterfly Club and the Mold House Theatre. We'll discuss these later. Coinciding with this commitment process to perform at MICF, I was also looking for a producer that had good contacts in NAM so they could help me with all the legwork leading up to the festival, especially PR and marketing. I knew I wanted to be in my creative brain a lot more than my production brain while making the new show, so I was happy to hire someone's services for this. I contacted a few producers I knew from performing at these festivals, and thankfully Milky, who was also programming the Malt House program, wanted to take me on while offering me a spot at the Malt House. Win-win. I now had a venue and close to 4 months to make a good show and get it there. So aside from searching my soul for an uplifting, educational, provocative and funny show that would hopefully appeal to heaps of people, I had to ensure that the back end of my show was up to scratch. What do I mean by back end?
The bum.
I mean the media release, the videos and photos that help promote it, artist bio, the show copy, accommodation, budgets, grant applications for more funds, flights, interviews, practice spots, etc, etc. Sure, I had a producer in NAM, but since it was our first time working together and on a new show, I had to still generate and create all that material so Milky could tweak it and get it out to possible future audiences.
Wow, there's a lot to organize.
There is. Through this process, I felt these 2 massive pressures on my shoulders. Wanting to make a great show, better than anything I've ever made before, because if I'm not improving as an artist, then what the bloody hell am I doing? Also, I don't want to look like a fool that has no clue in front of an audience. Instead, I wanted to look like a fool who knew exactly what he was doing. 2, wanting to have an audience, because without one, then what am I bloody doing? And also, who pays my bills? It's that simple, and I'll explain why. Because the only way I can make a living off my art is to sell it to an audience. And at MICF and other similar festivals, I have to sell tickets to my show to cover the following expenses. Just to name a few. Travel, accommodation, daily living costs while touring, income I miss out making while not being able to work anywhere else while touring, props, costumes, and venue, producer, marketing fees. These things add up, and if you're not selling above a certain percentage of tickets, you don't make money.
Hey, Dani, let me talk.
Poncho. Money. Always worrying about money, this guy. You think he's short of it or something. But look at this soup, baby. We're doing fine. And it's about the audience. That's all I do it for. I love the thrill of being on stage and taking our audience for a delicious journey. Wow, what a juicy rush. Yeah, sure, Poncho. He has a point, but still, whether it's for the money or the rush, we still need an audience, and that's hard to achieve, especially in this COVID climate. Anyways, I chose Malthouse Theatre for a 12-night run over 2 weeks. I decided to go with the Malthouse Theatre mainly for these reasons. Milky was programming the Malthouse, and several of her artists, who I liked a lot, were there too. So I thought it would feel like a safe space to play. They were offering me 12 nights instead of 10 in a larger theatre, and I was pushing to go bigger at this festival with the support I had from Hotter, City of Gold Coast, and my new producer, of course. So I could sell more tickets and get a larger audience, which would eventually lead to better profits. The Malthouse Theatre is the kind of theatre that I hope to perform at more regularly. I don't feel my show is straight stand-up comedy. I feel it's a comedic play, and therefore I felt Malthouse was what I needed to reach for. I was now committed, rego paid, contract signed, and just 3 and a bit months left for me to complete my show, practice it, produce the back end, and get to Nam.